Hello everybody, this is Frony Sabawan here and welcome back to Real Racing 3, sort of, and we'll be doing the final stage in Generation M. This is Stage 7, the old and new, the final stage in this special event. Dubai today is what the US was 40 years ago, a new hungry market. We've got a lot of excited people out there, and they want a new hero. We've managed to secure a few other homage R's, so together let's see if you can be the hero they deserve. Well, hopefully we won't be up against those silly supercars which we were up against in the last video. And the last video was like a let's fail, but today should hopefully just be other homage R's and classic cars, so it's going to be all easy. Alright, so this one. First, a parade in formation. Maintain your position without colliding. Alright, I shall do that, but first of all, I have to do a little thing in the background. Alrighty, I've done the thing, and now we're ready to go. So it's one lap of Dubai on the international circuit. So this one is maintain your position without colliding. Also, it's just me and a couple other cars, so this should be simple as ever. Hopefully. Too easy. All you have to do is get in front of the guy in first place and basically just slow him down and block him so you can make enough space between you and third place and first place, so this way you can get some ground, and so that way you'll unlikely collide into anyone. So first goal was nice and easy, but I'm sure the goals only get harder from here. I'm sure. I only have enough gold to skip 2 goals, and possibly a third, but that will depend. Alright, next goal. We want to showcase the evolution of BMW in a special event. You need to gently tap the rear of every car ahead of you and finish in first place to signify the homage R's taking of the baton and moving to the future. Don't damage your car, just listen for the contact and move on. Oh, so it's gently tap every car, download some megabytes, gonna take really quick, because there's literally only one other car that we need. Alright, this one, tap the rear end of every car without taking damage and finish first, and we just have 5 other cars, so this should be simple. Hopefully. Nope, just turned out to be another goal that can't be done, and all because the guy in first place drives way too fast. I can't even keep up with him. If at least I had another lap, then I could have caught up to him and given him the gently tap, but they only give you 1 lap. Or if they could at least start the guy in first way slower. See, look at that, he finishes 4 seconds ahead of me. Jeez, he must have some modifications or something. Of course the car's in need of a service. Of course. I'm not surprised. The car always needs to be in need of a service. Ugh. What do we have? Alright, this goal is going to be a skipper. Unfortunately. Alright, goodbye, 35 gold. I'm going to be so poor after this. Look at how much gold I've spent. I had almost 200 gold and now I'm down to 39, all because this event can't be done. And now it's time to show them what you're made of. No gimmicks, nothing fancy. That is, unless you think driving flawlessly is fancy, which I happen to. Win this event, and will have solidified the strength of the homage R in Dubai's history. So surely it's just win this event after I service the car, obviously. Okay, I've done the stuff, so now it's time to do this race. So is this just going to be a simple race? Yep, win this event. It's on the Grand Prix circuit, and we're up against 16 other cars. I wonder what these cars are. Are they other homage R's? Probably. If they are the slower cars, then this is going to be just fine. But I wonder what cars these are. Oh. We're up against the crazy supercars once again. Well, I'm going down. Well, I thought that after that previous race at Hockenheim, I thought that was going to be the last that we saw of the supercars. But no, they come back just to spend me another 35 gold. And I don't need to show you what happened, because I'm sure you know I finished in last place, because this car can't compete against the silly supercars. A roaring crowd and the roaring engine of a jet go hand in hand for you today. Yes, probably the jet engine of like a turbine that was put inside all the supercars so I can't even compete with them. They'll remember you, and the homies are. Well, hopefully they'll remember them by calling these like silly supercars a disgrace, if you know what I'm saying. Well, maybe not a disgrace, but I'll speak of that later. Um, we don't have much time though. Now we're headed to where they remember the 3.0 CSL very well. Wonder where could that be? In 1973, the 3.0 CSL claimed a class victory at Le Mans and essentially created a BMW art car formula, with the first two art cars being the 3.0 CSLs. It's no surprise that this iconic event would be our final destination. This is the big one, so take some time to warm up without going off track. So I think after that previous goal, hopefully that's the last of this. Hopefully that's the last that we see of these supercars, because I'm running low on gold. So hopefully I won't have to skip any more golds for the rest of this event. But I do have a plan to get some gold, but I'd rather. I just. Dear oh dear. I wish stage 6 could be the last one, but no, they have to end on the 7th stage as always, just to make me spend even more stuff if I have to. But I think Le Mans might actually be pretty easy. Oh, it's just an autocross. That's it. Okay. It's a simple autocross, so I'll see you after the race. Well, hey, no one said that this was going to be easy. Oh man, I forgot to show you the thingy. Oh well, I don't think it really matters. That previous goal took me a few attempts, but I got there in the end. Oh, I'm down to 4 gold. Look at how poor I am. I used to be so rich, now I'm so poor. Never mind. We've managed to acquire another Homix R to drive just ahead of you for the first lap of the event. We want you to stay within 40 yards behind the other Homix R at all times as it navigates through a series of vintage 3.0 CSLs. Alright, so I have to do a cloud save, and then I'll be ready to go. So we're loaded into the goal, but look how far away he is. And I failed already because my car doesn't have any power at all. It has no horsepower, no strength, so might as well just pass all these guys for the win. What's the point? And I'm gonna pass you, and I'm gonna pass all your other predecessors. Because I don't care. I'm just gonna finish first and leave my other homage behind, because he has no respect on the first thing. Then it's just blah 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 from there. Well, hey, no one said that this was gonna be easy, and thankfully I've been able to get myself another $30,000. I deserve it. I've spent so much money. I've invested so much in this event. Special event. It's not so special now. Oh, man. So, I have conveniently been able to give myself some gold and bring me up to 91 gold. So, basically now I'm in the no doubt zone, which is good. Yeah. So you're probably wondering how I got so much gold. Well, not by doing a lot of races, not by hacking either. It's called in-app purchase. I'm sure you heard of that before, but if you haven't, that's how I do these things when I run out of gold. I didn't think I would for Generation M, but turns out I am. So we just completed this, well, we just did this goal, which was way too hard. So I'm going to skip it. And after this, I will still have enough gold to skip the final goal, which is good. It's time for the not-so-grand finale. 2 laps of Le Mans against a huge cohort of other BMWs. We're going for racing excellence, so you'll have to do this without going off track for more than 2 seconds. So you'll have to do this without going off track for more than 2 seconds. Good luck. I'll need it. Alright, so the car isn't... Okay, so thankfully the car is no longer sounds right. Never mind. So I'm going to get the volume up. It's 2 laps of Le Mans in the evening. Let's fail. If we... No, let's have some confidence for this one. It's the last one. Maybe we can pull off a victory. Unlikely, but I'm going to do my best. So here we are loaded in. I figured I'd show you the final goal, the first minute of the final goal. because the rest of it is just boring and there's nothing exciting because I can't compete. There's no excitement if you can't compete. It's like modern day NASCAR. Like NASCAR today is it's kind of boring. Obviously, NASCAR was king when it had factory stock cars, but now that factory stock cars are gone, and possibly forever, and we have these custom cars. Well, it's not really that fun to watch anymore. It's sad, but you can't have everything forever, or at least some things. You can't have your life though, as I am over 9,000 years old. Yeah, but Freddy's the Bob of you 14, not over 9,000, as most of you guys will probably say. Coming to the end of the race. Well, hey, I was expecting to fail the final goal. Oh well, I guess the best thing to do is just to take a top 10 finish. Man, who were those guys up in the top 7? I have to check this out. Who were these guys? Were they the crazy supercars, or were these must have been BMWs or something? At least I get a good amount of money. I'll need it for the Hennessy Venom GT event. Alright, so it's a BMW M6 Coupe that my car could not even keep up with. Then 1 Series M Coupes, then M3 Coupes, Z4 M Coupes, and 3.0 CSLs. So apparently, the BMW M6 Coupe is better than the 3.0 CSL Homage R if the Homage R started in the back, and these M6 guys started up in front. What a ripoff. So that's it. That's the end of Generation M. I've won the car. I've failed many times. I've invested way too much. Yeah. I gotta ask you guys an interesting question. Is Generation M just as bad as the worst special event in Real Racing 3, which is Endurance Gauntlet? Please tell me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So there goes the last 35 gold into this event, and I have got the car. I haven't really won it. I can't really say I've won it. I mean, I've got it, but I haven't really won it because of how much I've invested throughout this whole event. It's silly. Alright, so where I get $25,000 and 20 gold. So that's going to bring me back up to 41. And, of course, the car. Yes, I've won the car. It's in the garage. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I thought I was going to lose this car for a second. The crowd is cheering so loud I can barely hear myself. I've heard this before, though. I remember this cheer as I watched the 3.0 CSL win all those years ago. I can see some old faces in the crowd, and I know I'm not the only one with these goosebumps. You've done a great thing today, sort of. Celebrating the history of such a fine car is reward enough in itself. But that's not the only reward. Our sponsors signed on to this, and they look happier than I've ever seen them. Enjoy your Homage R. You've truly earned it. I have indeed. After so much I've invested in and skipping all these goals just to get the darn thing. Event complete. Congratulations. You've done it. You've shown the world the future of BMW and earned the BMW 3.0 CSL Homage R. Congratulations. And by the future, probably failure. If the car can't even compete, but I'll save that for a later date. And look at those cars driving forward. Alright, event complete, congratulations. That's the thing. Next event starts in 1 day. Is that going to be the Hennessy Venom GT event, or is the Gauntlet Season 5 starting after this? I'm not sure if it's the Gauntlet Season 5 or the Hennessy Venom GT event. I assume it's going to be the Gauntlet Season 5, but if it's the Hennessy Venom GT event, I'm going to have to get going, or else I'm going to be out of this. So my thoughts on the event. First of all, the score on a score from 1 to 10. I'm going to give this event a rather poor score. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. This event could have been a lot better. Like, the goals were cool, but the main problem is I couldn't compete, and I had to invest in so much into this event. It's so silly and depressing. this event could have gotten a better score if I was actually able to compete, which I have done for most of the other events. I mean, all the events I've done on this channel have gotten a pretty good score, but this one probably the lowest score on the channel and possibly ever. I mean, is Generation M as bad as the worst event of all, Endurance Gauntlet? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Honestly, Generation M was not my favorite event. I mean, the cars are good considering they're BMWs. It's just it's not really that they can't compete. It's that they put up against these silly supercars and all these stupid BMWs and blah 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 blah. Anyway, enough chit chat, enough of the rant. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you when the next Real Racing League special event starts, or before that, depending. See you in the next video, guys.